Hey YouTube, this is RoadDoc326 coming back at you finally again with another G.I. Joe The Pursuit of Cobra review. I've kind of been slacking here on the second wave. I really don't know why. For a while I got into Star Wars, and not that it was a mistake, I feel as though I should have set my priorities straight and picked those up after G.I. Joe. So for that, I apologize. Today we'll be doing one of my favorites ever, as far as maybe not this specific toy, which isn't bad, but as far as the character goes, and that's Recondo, one of my favorites. I named my Xbox Live gamer tag after him, so you know, have to like him a little bit, I guess. But let's introduce him after I do the box, so you can tell it's been a while. Bring the box in closer. Recondo, Jungle Combat Specialist. There's a picture of him. Kind of looks like a movie star. It's number 1011 for ages 4+. Get the Your New TV Network hub sticker, which they're postponing, so to speak, the new G.I. Joe show. And Transformers, but who cares? There's his bio/file card if you wanted to read it. Another reason I like him is because his name's Dan, just like myself. It's the little jungle assault scenario. You know, you can pause at any moment here and read whatever you want to. Just sort of moving it around. Alright, throw that back there. And bring in the piece de resistance, which is Recondo. I know I have his hat on the wrong way, but for some reason it doesn't fit the other way, so for the sake of having it not falling off every 2 seconds, I just have it on this way. And he looks just ridiculous, but I think we can all live with it. I will take it off though to show you that he is bald underneath, like completely bald. I don't know, he looks too much like a gay biker without his hat on. So, but who would Recondo be without his hat? So, like he'd ever be without it. He does have a nice little vest, the G.I. Joe logo there, a little walkie-talkie that is molded onto him, is not removed. He's got this nice sculpted details for his, you know, kind of like armbands on his wrist. This one's sort of like wrapped around a bunch of times with some kind of cloth. This one's got like little, probably poison darts or something. Legs look alright. He's got kind of like little sculpted detail on there. Knees, feet, some nice detail on his boots. Articulation is standard for a G.I. Joe, won't even go over it. Backside, he has some nice detailing on the back of his vest. I'm not really sure why, but if you take a look, it looks kind of neat. Kind of new age. He does have a stand. Fits very well. Not coming off of that. Get his arms all set up for his accessorize. First accessory is his backpack, I guess, which has these translucent blue, what I imagine are solar panels, which I guess he uses to power his equipment, which is on the backpack, with 3 different colors, a silver, a brown, and this red, which is actually a button, which has to do with this pull-out string here, which pulls out to about 3.5 inches with a little peg there at the end, and you press the button and it retracts. I'll go over what it's for later, or at least what I think it's for. I'm not entirely sure myself. It does peg in to his back very securely, as well it should. Next, we have his a little assault rifle. Kind of hard to really tell what it is. Almost looks like a Scar, but like modified maybe. It's got what looks like an M203 attachment right there on the bottom. Maybe a shotgun. Nice detail. It does fit into his hands. I usually have it in his left hand, but it does fit well in both of them. Next, he does come with a sniper rifle, which has you know, this camouflage cloth on it. on the butt of it and on where like he'd put his hand. It looks like it would be a Barrett 50 cal, judging by the little nose thing on the front of it there. Fits into his hand nicely, just like that. Oh my God, he's broken. I'll never ever be able to fix him. No, he's fine. He just fell, and I'm really actually quite upset about that, because it is not something I wanted to have happen at this moment in time. Next, he comes with 2 bear trap steel things. It kind of reminds me of that one He-Man character whose name I never ever get right. But it has a peg on it where you can peg someone's foot into it, and it has on the bottom here this little peg hole which you can fit in, if I didn't just break it a little bit, into the, guess I'll have to take off the backpack. There's this little peg on the backpack right there, and the bottom of it fits into it. Right like that. I'm just going to keep the backpack off because it's kind of outweighing Recondo himself and knocking him over. Next, he has this sort of tribal mask thing. It looks really weird, and not a lot of people know what it is. Even I don't. But maybe it's for going undercover in the jungle and making friends with the local Indians. From what I know, which I have never tried kind of clipping it onto his head, but it does clip on. Check him out there. Now he can go and pretend to be a weird, exotic voodoo specialist man. Finally, he comes with these dual silvery axes that do fit nicely into his hands. And this will bring me back to the backpack. You peg the peg that's on the axe into the peg hole on the backpack, and you can pull this string out, and then you can kind of hold it and fight with it, press the button, and then retract it back. So it's kind of quick action. In case he needs it on the go, you can just sort of grab it and then let it go and have it come back again. But long story short, that is Recondo, one of my faves. I know this was kind of rusty. Well, I'm kind of rusty, I guess, from doing reviews. It's been, I don't know, it's been a while, but, you know, school started and still working, and it's sort of a hassle to, not a hassle, but it's sort of an inconvenience. Well, not even really an inconvenience, because I like doing it. I'm like a walking contradiction, but it's been a little harder to find time to do reviews. But hopefully, you know, I'll get out tomorrow and buy maybe another one of the Wave 2s and have it reviewed. I think I even still have a couple of the Wave 1s to review, but that's a story for another day, my friends. I will see you all later.